Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Ikhwan bin Muhammad SAHAR. My number is 2020488892 and I will start with the introduction. Risk is a common thing that happens in our daily life. Risk can also happen due to consequences of actions and situations. Businesses are very vulnerable to risk because there are many operations and processes that are involved in it. There are a few examples of risk such as liquidity risk, market risk, credit risk, and operation risk. Having a risk management will help in mitigating and reducing the threat of risk because there will be studies and researches about the risk that will derive precautions and countermeasures.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad DANISH bin Ahmad FUAD. My metric number is 2020-89-2356 and today I'll be presenting about risk management from an Islamic perspective. So there are three main points, which is firstly, every corporate entity operating in a dynamic environment needs an active risk management plan to safeguard itself from unanticipated outcomes. My second point, the management's primary duty is to effectively manage risk, and this obligation should be integrated into the broader corporate governance framework. And for my third point, the management's primary duty is to effectively manage risk, and this obligation should be integrated into the broader corporate governance framework. Moving on to the part 2, identification, measurement, monitoring, and risk limitation are all components of an efficient risk management system. Appropriate control and auditing measures are required for these processes. The notion of risk management will be briefly discussed in the next section of this presentation. And lastly, Maqasid al-Shari'ah is described by Chapra 2008 in the following way: promotion of the people's well-being, which resides in maintaining their religion, ad-din, their self, nafs, their religion, naqs, their lineage, nafs, and their riches, mal.
The next part, I will explain about the institution background of TH. So, Tabung Haji, formerly known as Perbadanan Wang Simpanan Bakal Haji, PWSBH. It was founded in 1963, which was the idea from Professor Diraja Unku Abdul Aziz bin Unku Abdul Hamid in December 1959 to the Malaysia government. PH opened the counters that accept savings and deposits from customers that will become the future pilgrims. There are a few objectives of Tabung Haji. Firstly, allowing Muslims to accumulate funds for pilgrimage without worrying of riba taking their funds. And another is aims to address Muslims' socio-economic problems while also allowing them to engage and bring in changes in nation's economic development. In the operation areas, Tabung Haji primarily collects savings in 345 locations across Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak, with 9 million depositors across Malaysia. The contract used for the savings accounts is Wadi'ah Damana, which allows Tabung Haji to use the deposits of depositors as funds of investment. Tabung Haji also has subsidiaries such as Tabung Haji Plantations, TH Hotel and Residence, and TH Properties.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HARITH, and today I will present about risk assessment and measurement. So there are three methods here that has been used by Tabung Haji, which is first, risk informed, that contain risk avoidance, reduction, transfer, retention, and utilizing either absolute or relative risk assessment. Second is cautionary and precautionary, so which is contain alternative safety consideration, design of flexible system, improvement of emergency condition, and system adaptation. And third is discursive method, which is increase the trustworthiness of confidence through the elimination of doubts and ambiguities, the explanation of facts, the engagement of those who will be impacted, deliberation, and accountability. So when the issue arises, the BNM Governor, the Secretary General of Treasury, the Chairman of the Malaysian Security Commission, the CEO of the Malaysia Deposit Insurance Corporation, and the Financial Stability Executive Committee, they have been discussed and give a way for Tabung Haji to resolve their problem. And Tabung Haji come with three methods that I have been explained before, which is risk-informed, cautionary and precautionary, and discursive method. And by that, this three strategy has been adapted by the management of Tabung Haji as seen in the year of 2016, when just hour after a news story claimed that the central bank had informed the fund of the negative reserve level in December of last year. Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) to praise Lembaga Tabung Haji for taking steps to improve its risk management procedure. So by that, Lembaga Tabung Haji have improved their management and risk that they have been faced. And by that, Tabung Haji have give a very good example for other committee.
And fourth, To affirm and accept that every tabung haji contract and business transaction complies with Syariah truthfully, routinely, provided report from Syariah Division that support the application of decision and ruling made by the committee. Firstly, to provide Syariah-related advice to the Lembaga in order to ensure that all aspects of tabung haji commercial operations, affairs and activities, including the collection and distribution of zakat, are compliant with Syariah. Second, after being referred to by the Lembaga, the head of the Syariah Division or another commercial arm of tabung haji to explain and defend all Syariah decision by the committee about any business transaction of institution. And thirdly, to assess and validate all tabung haji product, agreement and standard, contract to be signed and its whole company process. And fourth, to affirm and accept that every tabung haji contract and business transaction complies with Sharia through routinely provide report from the Sharia Division that support the application of decision and rulings made by the committee. And lastly, to represent tabung haji in any seminar or conference addressing any Sharia-related topic, as well as to take part in forums for Islamic finance. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AMIRUL AMRI. Next, I want to talk about how Tabung Haji handle the risk monitoring and reporting. So, in order to manage risk effectively and to make sure that the risk of failure are identified, Risk Management Division in Tabung Haji constantly improving its enterprise risk management capabilities through effective monitoring and reporting system. Tabung Haji able to maintain effective governance while providing accurate financial reports due to an effective internal control system. So, by monitor the internal control system of its subsidiaries, Tabung Haji has instructed the establishment of department or internal audit division within the companies. For example, in organizational structure and administration, by establishing the Tabung Haji Authority Manual, Tabung Haji may improve internal audit control and accountability to make sure that the internal control are working properly. The Internal Audit Management Division continuously monitor compliance with the Tabung Haji Authority Manual. Other in finance, to strengthen Tabung Haji financial reporting procedures, the financial management system is undergoing continual process improvement. Each department budget coordinator will get monthly budget report for monitoring and management. For liquidity, TH liquidity includes monitoring the daily movement of deposit and withdrawals, keeping an eye on the market fluctuations, investment maturity and early warning indications. Liquid asset ratio monitoring ensure an adequate stock unencumbered high quality liquid assets, which include cash placement and high quality fixed income instruments such as sukuk.
For the conclusion, to summarize the study behind the writing of this paper, the management of Tabung Haji has depicted an incredible and meticulous effort to supervise one of the biggest Hajj trust funds in the world. As stated in the introduction of this paper, several crucial risks that needs to be tackled such as operational risk, credit risk, marketing risk, and liquidity risks are some of the several types of risk. And that's all from us, and thank you.